What if the real reason so many people become weaker after 60 has nothing to do with age? What if it's happening because they're eating the wrong proteins, or not enough of the right ones? Most people believe muscle loss is just part of getting older. You hit 60. You slow down. You get weaker. You lose strength. And eventually, you accept it. But modern research tells a very different story. Scientists now know that aging muscles can still rebuild. They can still grow stronger. They can still recover. Even in your 70s. Even in your 80s. The problem isn't that your muscles stop responding. The problem is that most people never give them what they need. And the consequences are bigger than most people realize. Because muscle isn't just about strength. It's about independence. It's about getting up from a chair without help. Climbing stairs without fear. Carrying groceries without pain. Recovering after a fall. And continuing to live life on your own terms. Today, I'm revealing 20 powerful protein foods that can help support muscle repair, recovery, and strength as you age. These aren't expensive supplements. They're not trendy powders. They're real foods backed by science and used by some of the healthiest and longest living populations in the world. And make sure you stay until the end. Because one food on this list releases protein slowly for hours while you sleep, helping feed your muscles through the night when muscle breakdown is at its highest. Most people eat it at the wrong time. Others never eat it at all. And it could be one of the simplest changes you ever make. So if you're serious about staying strong, staying active, and protecting your independence for years to come, let's begin. Number 20. Pumpkin seeds, the tiny strength builders. Most people think pumpkin seeds are just a snack. They're not. They're one of the most concentrated mineral packages found in nature. A small handful provides protein, magnesium, zinc, iron, and phosphorus, nutrients directly involved in muscle repair and strength maintenance. Magnesium helps muscles contract and relax properly. Zinc supports protein synthesis. Iron helps deliver oxygen to working muscle tissue. Without enough of these nutrients, muscles become weaker, recover slower, and fatigue more easily. What's remarkable is how little you need. Just a small daily serving can provide a meaningful amount of these critical minerals. Sprinkle them over salads. Add them to oatmeal. Blend them into smoothies. Or simply eat them by the handful. Sometimes the smallest foods carry the biggest benefits. Number 19. Hemp hearts, the complete protein seed. Hidden between the chia seeds and flax seeds at most grocery stores sits one of the most overlooked protein foods available. Hemp hearts. 3 tablespoons provide about 10 grams of complete protein. That means all 9 essential amino acids your muscles require to rebuild themselves. But protein isn't the only reason hemp hearts deserve attention. They're naturally rich in omega-3 fats that help calm inflammation throughout the body. And inflammation matters. Because chronic inflammation quietly accelerates muscle loss as we age. The less inflammation your body has to fight, the more energy it can devote to recovery and rebuilding. Their mild nutty flavor blends into almost anything. Yogurt. Smoothies. Soups. Oatmeal. Even salads. A few spoonfuls each day can quietly increase both your protein intake and your recovery potential. Number 18. Greek yogurt, the muscle repair classic. Some foods become popular because of marketing. Greek yogurt became popular because it works. One serving delivers a concentrated source of high-quality protein with an amino acid called leucine. Leucine acts like an ignition key for muscle growth. When enough leucine reaches your muscles, it sends a signal that says, "Start rebuilding." That signal becomes increasingly important as we age because older muscles don't respond as easily as younger ones. Greek yogurt also contains beneficial live cultures that support digestive health. And a healthy digestive system helps your body absorb and use more of the nutrients you're eating. Choose plain Greek yogurt whenever possible. Add berries. Add hemp hearts. Add cinnamon. You instantly have a powerful muscle-supporting breakfast that takes less than 2 minutes to prepare. And believe it or not, the next food on our list may be even more effective for overnight muscle recovery than Greek yogurt itself. Before we continue, remember this. Muscle isn't just about strength. It's about freedom. The freedom to get out of a chair without assistance. The freedom to carry groceries. The freedom to travel, garden, play with grandchildren, and live life on your own terms. And the next 3 foods help protect exactly that. Number 17. Cottage cheese. The protein that works while you sleep. Most muscle repair doesn't happen when you're exercising. It happens afterward. Especially during sleep. That's why cottage cheese deserves a place near the top of this list. 1 cup provides roughly 25 grams of protein, but what makes it special is the type of protein it contains. Casein. Unlike fast-digesting proteins that enter the bloodstream quickly and disappear just as fast, casein digests slowly. Very slowly. It releases amino acids over several hours, providing a steady supply of building blocks while your body repairs tissue overnight. Think of it as a slow-drip feeding system for your muscles. Research has shown that consuming casein-rich foods before bed can support overnight muscle protein synthesis, particularly in older adults. And cottage cheese offers this benefit in one of the simplest forms available. Point 1. No blender. No powder. No complicated preparation. Just a bowl, a spoon, and a few minutes before bedtime. Add berries for sweetness. Add cinnamon for flavor. Or enjoy it plain. Your muscles don't care how fancy it looks. They care that the amino acids keep arriving while you sleep. Number 16. Kefir. The fermented recovery drink. At first glance, kefir looks like drinkable yogurt. But nutritionally, it's much more than that. For centuries, people in Eastern Europe and the Caucasus Mountains have consumed kefir as a daily staple. Today, researchers are beginning to understand why. A single cup delivers protein along with a remarkable variety of beneficial bacteria. Far more than most standard yogurts. Why does that matter? Because your gut is where nutrient absorption happens. You can eat the perfect diet, but if your digestive system isn't functioning efficiently, your muscles may never receive the nutrients you're consuming. A healthier gut means better protein utilization, better recovery, better nutrient absorption, and potentially lower levels of chronic inflammation. Kefir also provides calcium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that support the muscle-bone partnership responsible for mobility and balance. Drink it with breakfast. Blend it into smoothies. Or enjoy it as an afternoon snack. It's one of the easiest upgrades you can make to support both digestion and recovery. Number 15. Edamame. The green pods hiding serious protein. Most people encounter edamame as a restaurant appetizer. A few salted pods arrive at the table. They eat a handful. Then forget about them. That's unfortunate. Because inside those bright green pods is one of the most impressive plant proteins available. Unlike many plant foods, edamame contains all 9 essential amino acids. The same building blocks required for muscle repair and growth. 1 cup provides a substantial amount of protein along with fiber, magnesium, folate, and vitamin K. But one nutrient stands out. Leucine, the amino acid that helps switch muscle-building pathways into action. As we age, muscles become less sensitive to protein. Scientists sometimes call this anabolic resistance. In simple terms, older muscles require a stronger signal before they respond. Leucine provides that signal. Edamame delivers it naturally. Frozen edamame is inexpensive, convenient, and just as nutritious as fresh. Steam it. Add sea salt. Toss it into salads. Mix it into rice dishes. Or enjoy it as a snack. Simple foods often produce the most powerful results. And now we're moving into a category of foods that most people have either never tried or have completely overlooked. One of them contains more protein than nearly every other bean on Earth. And another has been fueling healthy populations around the Mediterranean for centuries. Let's continue. If you've never heard of the next few foods, don't worry. Most people haven't. Yet some of these foods have been quietly helping people maintain strength, mobility, and endurance for centuries. And one of them may be the most underrated muscle-building food on this entire list. 14. Lupini beans, the protein champion nobody talks about. Walk into many Mediterranean markets and you'll find jars filled with pale yellow beans floating in brine. Most people walk right past them. That may be a mistake. Those are lupini beans, and gram for gram, they contain more protein than almost any other commonly eaten bean. One cooked cup can provide an astonishing amount of protein while remaining naturally low in fat. But protein isn't their only advantage. Lupini beans are also rich in fiber, which helps support healthy blood sugar levels. Why does blood sugar matter for muscle? Because stable blood sugar helps your body use nutrients more efficiently. Large swings in blood sugar can interfere with recovery and make it harder for muscle cells to utilize the amino acids they need. Lupini beans offer both protein for rebuilding, fiber for metabolic support. The texture is firm and satisfying, making them an excellent snack straight from the jar. Or add them to salads for a major protein upgrade. They've been part of Mediterranean diets for generations. Now the rest of the world is finally catching on. Number 13. Tempeh, the fermented protein powerhouse. Most people know tofu. Very few know tempeh. And that's surprising because tempeh may be one of the most muscle-friendly foods available. Tempeh begins as whole soybeans. Then something remarkable happens. Fermentation. During fermentation, beneficial microbes begin breaking down the food before you even eat it. The result is a dense, hearty protein source that's often easier to digest and absorb. One serving delivers complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids, including leucine, the amino acid that helps trigger muscle repair. But fermentation creates another advantage. It reduces many compounds that can make legumes difficult for some people to digest. For older adults whose digestion may not be as efficient as it once was, that difference can be significant. Tempeh has a satisfying texture that feels substantial and filling. Slice it. Roast it. Pan-fry it. Add it to stir-fries. Or crumble it into soups and stews. It's one of the few plant proteins that can truly stand in as the centerpiece of a meal. And the next food doesn't just help build muscle. It helps protect muscles from the wear and tear that comes with aging itself. Number 12. Black lentils, the recovery bean. Every time your muscles work, they create tiny amounts of stress. That's normal. It's part of the rebuilding process. The problem is that aging bodies often recover more slowly from that stress. That's where black lentils shine. These small, glossy lentils are packed with protein, but they also contain powerful plant compounds called anthocyanins. The same family of antioxidants that gives dark berries their reputation. These antioxidants help your body manage oxidative stress, one of the factors linked to slower recovery and accelerated aging. So black lentils provide something unique. Protein to rebuild muscle. And protective compounds that help support recovery after the rebuilding process begins. 1 cup delivers substantial protein along with iron, folate, potassium, and fiber. They're also quick to prepare. No overnight soaking. No complicated preparation. Just rinse, cook, and enjoy. Their rich flavor works beautifully in soups, grain bowls, salads, and side dishes. And now we're entering the top half of the list. The next foods have been staples in some of the longest living cultures on Earth. One has been used in Asia for thousands of years. Another contains nutrients that support both muscles and healthy circulation. And one may completely change the way you think about beans. Let's keep going. We're now entering the top half of the countdown. These aren't trendy health foods. They aren't the latest products being pushed by influencers. They've been feeding entire civilizations for centuries. And modern research is finally confirming why so many long-lived cultures never stopped eating them. Number 11. Mung beans, the gentle muscle builder. Not all protein foods are easy on the digestive system. As we age, that matters more than ever. Because the protein you absorb is far more important than the protein you simply eat. That's where mung beans stand out. For thousands of years, mung beans have been a staple throughout Asia, valued not only for their nutrition but also for how easily the body processes them. One cooked cup provides a meaningful amount of protein along with potassium, magnesium, folate, and fiber. But what truly separates mung beans from many other legumes is their digestibility. Many people who struggle with heavier beans find mung beans surprisingly gentle. And there's another advantage. They sprout easily. When mung beans sprout, natural changes occur that make nutrients even more accessible. The result is a food that's incredibly efficient at delivering nourishment without placing extra stress on digestion. Cook them into soups. Add them to stews. Use them in grain bowls. Or grow fresh sprouts right on your kitchen counter. Simple. Affordable. And remarkably effective. Number 10. Adzuki beans, the small red bean with big benefits. At first glance, adzuki beans don't look special. They're small. They're humble. And they're often overlooked. But appearances can be deceiving. These deep red beans have been part of East Asian diets for thousands of years and contain a combination of protein, minerals, and protective plant compounds that make them particularly valuable for aging adults. 1 cup provides protein along with generous amounts of potassium. And potassium is critical. Your muscles depend on it. Your nerves depend on it. Your heart depends on it. Low potassium levels can contribute to weakness, fatigue, and muscle cramping. Adzuki beans also contain naturally occurring antioxidants that help defend cells against everyday wear and tear. That means they support both recovery and resilience. A powerful combination for anyone trying to stay active after 60. Their slightly sweet, nutty flavor makes them incredibly versatile. Use them in soups. Mix them with rice. Add them to salads. Or blend them into creamy spreads. Small bean. Big nutritional payoff. Number 9. Fava beans, the ancient strength food. Long before protein powders existed, long before supplements filled store shelves, people built strength with foods like fava beans. Archaeologists have discovered evidence of fava bean cultivation dating back thousands of years. Entire civilizations relied on them. And for good reason. Fava beans deliver a powerful mix of protein, fiber, folate, manganese, copper, and other nutrients involved in energy production and tissue repair. Think about what that means. Protein helps rebuild muscle. Folate supports cellular repair. Minerals help power the countless biochemical reactions that keep your body functioning. These aren't isolated benefits. They work together. Like members of the same team. Fava beans are also incredibly filling. That matters because many older adults struggle to consume enough protein throughout the day. A food that satisfies hunger while delivering meaningful nutrition becomes especially valuable. Fresh fava beans are wonderful when available. Dried varieties work just as well. And prepared fava spreads offer a convenient option for busy days. This is old-world nutrition at its finest. The kind of food that helped generations remain strong long before anyone talked about muscle recovery. And now we're approaching the foods that truly separate this list from every other protein countdown you've seen. One of the next foods is so unusual that many people reject it the first time they try it. Yet it has been studied for decades because of its remarkable connection to longevity. And another has earned a reputation as one of the most complete plant foods ever discovered. The top 8 start now. We're getting close to the foods that nutrition researchers, longevity experts, and traditional cultures keep returning to again and again. These are the foods that don't just provide protein. They provide advantages. Advantages for recovery. Advantages for resilience. Advantages for staying active long after most people expect decline. And the next one may be the most misunderstood food on this entire list. Number 8. Natto, the longevity food most people never try. Let's be honest. The first time most people see natto, they're not impressed. It's sticky. It's stringy. And its appearance doesn't exactly scream superfood. But looks can be deceiving. Natto is made by fermenting whole soybeans, a process that transforms them into one of the most unique foods on Earth. A serving provides complete protein, but that's only the beginning. Natto is also the richest known food source of vitamin K2. Why is that important? Because muscles don't work alone. They depend on strong bones and healthy blood vessels. Vitamin K2 helps guide calcium into bones where it belongs instead of allowing it to accumulate in places where it shouldn't. For older adults, that's a major advantage. The fermentation process also creates beneficial compounds and bacteria that may support digestive health and nutrient absorption. In other words, natto helps improve both what you eat and what your body can actually use. Millions of people in Japan eat it regularly. Not because it's fashionable. Because generation after generation discovered that it works. The taste is unusual. The texture takes getting used to. But some of the most powerful foods in the world aren't always the easiest ones to appreciate at first. Number 7. Quinoa, the complete protein grain. For years, quinoa has been treated like a trend. A health food fad. Something fashionable people put in expensive bowls. But behind the hype is a genuinely impressive food. Unlike most grains, quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids. That means it delivers complete protein in a form that's easy to prepare and easy to enjoy. 1 cup provides protein along with magnesium, iron, zinc, fiber, and complex carbohydrates. And those carbohydrates matter more than many people realize. Muscles don't run on protein alone. They also need fuel. When you walk, garden, exercise, or simply stay active throughout the day, your muscles burn stored energy. Quinoa helps replenish that fuel while simultaneously supplying the amino acids needed for repair. That's a powerful combination. Build. Refuel. Recover. All from one food. Its mild flavor allows it to work in almost any meal. Serve it warm. Serve it cold. Mix it with vegetables. Add it to soups. Or use it as a substitute for rice. Simple foods often endure because they solve multiple problems at once. Quinoa is one of those foods. Number 6. Amaranth, the forgotten grain of strength. Thousands of years ago, entire civilizations considered amaranth one of their most valuable foods. Then much of the world forgot about it. Now it's making a comeback. And for good reason. Amaranth provides complete protein, something few grains can claim. But what makes it especially interesting for aging adults is its impressive mineral profile. It contains magnesium, phosphorus, iron, calcium, and manganese. Nutrients that support everything from muscle contraction to energy production and tissue repair. There's also something unique about its amino acid balance. Amaranth contains higher levels of lysine than most grains. Lysine is important because it's involved in collagen production. And collagen helps support the connective tissues surrounding muscles and joints. Strong muscles matter. But strong connective tissue matters too. The two work together every time you move. Amaranth has a rich, nutty flavor and can be prepared as a warm breakfast porridge, added to soups, or served as a hearty side dish. It's ancient nutrition meeting modern science. And if you think these foods are impressive, wait until you see what's coming next. One of the remaining foods helped fuel some of the greatest endurance athletes on Earth. Another contains more protein by weight than almost any food you'll ever eat. And the final food may be the single best nighttime muscle recovery food available. The top 5 are next. We're now entering the top 5. At this point, every food remaining offers something extraordinary. Not just protein. Not just vitamins, but unique advantages that can help aging muscles stay stronger, recover faster, and remain functional for years longer. And the next food has been quietly fueling elite endurance for generations. Number 5. Teff, the tiny grain behind legendary endurance. Teff is so small that thousands of grains can fit into the palm of your hand. Yet despite its size, it delivers an impressive nutritional punch. For centuries, teff has been a dietary staple in Ethiopia, a country known for producing some of the world's most accomplished distance runners. That's not a coincidence. 1 cup of cooked teff provides protein along with iron, magnesium, calcium, zinc, and complex carbohydrates. Iron is especially important. As we age, even mild iron deficiency can contribute to fatigue, weakness, and reduced physical performance. Without enough iron, muscles simply don't receive oxygen as efficiently. And when oxygen delivery drops, energy drops. Recovery slows. Strength suffers. Teff also contains resistant starch, a special type of carbohydrate that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. A healthier gut supports better nutrient absorption and lower levels of inflammation throughout the body. That means teff helps support recovery from multiple angles at once. Its mild earthy flavor works beautifully as a breakfast porridge, a side dish, or as part of soups and stews. Tiny grain. Massive nutritional value. Number 4. Spirulina, the blue-green protein concentrate. If there were an award for nutritional density, spirulina would be a serious contender. Unlike most foods on this list, spirulina isn't something you eat by the bowl. It's something you add. A small amount delivers an extraordinary concentration of nutrients. Gram for gram, spirulina contains more protein than almost any commonly consumed food. Just a few spoonfuls provide complete protein along with iron, antioxidants, and a unique blue-green pigment called phycocyanin. Researchers have become increasingly interested in phycocyanin because of its potential role in helping the body manage inflammation and oxidative stress. Why is that important? Because chronic inflammation acts like a silent brake on recovery. It slows healing. It increases fatigue. And it can make maintaining muscle much more difficult. Spirulina helps address that challenge while simultaneously delivering protein. Think of it as nutritional reinforcement. A small daily addition that strengthens everything else you're already doing. Mix it into smoothies. Blend it with fruit, or stir a small amount into yogurt. Start slowly. A little goes a long way. Number 3. Nutritional yeast, the protein booster hidden in plain sight. Most people buy nutritional yeast for the flavor. The protein is the bonus. And what a bonus it is. This golden flaky powder delivers complete protein along with a wide range of B vitamins. Many fortified varieties also contain vitamin B12, one of the nutrients older adults are most likely to become deficient in. That's important because B vitamins play a critical role in energy production. Without adequate B vitamins, your body struggles to convert food into usable energy. And muscles need energy to function, protein to rebuild, energy to perform. Both are essential. Nutritional yeast offers both in a remarkably convenient package. The flavor is rich, savory, and slightly cheesy. Sprinkle it on vegetables. Add it to soups. Mix it into sauces. Or use it anywhere you want a boost of flavor without adding heavy ingredients. It's one of the easiest ways to increase both nutrition and protein intake at the same time. And now we're down to the final 2 foods. One has been a staple in a rugged northern nation for over 1,000 years. The other may be the most powerful overnight muscle recovery food available anywhere. If you're serious about maintaining strength after 60, you won't want to miss what's next. We've reached the final 2 foods. And fittingly, they're both foods that have stood the test of time. No marketing campaigns. No flashy packaging. No miracle claims. Just generations of people eating them because they helped keep them strong, nourished, and capable. And the final food may be the single most practical muscle-supporting food on this entire list. Number 2. Skyr, Iceland's high-protein secret. For more than 1,000 years, people in Iceland have relied on a traditional cultured dairy food known as skyr. At first glance, it looks similar to yogurt. But nutritionally, it's in a class of its own. Skyr is exceptionally rich in protein while remaining light and easy to eat. One serving can provide as much protein as many meat-based meals. That's important because one of the biggest challenges after 60 is simply consuming enough protein consistently. Appetite often declines. Meals become smaller. Yet protein needs remain high. Skyr solves that problem elegantly. A relatively small serving delivers a large amount of muscle-building nutrition. It also provides calcium, phosphorus, and other nutrients that support the muscle-bone system. Because maintaining strength isn't just about muscle. It's about the entire structure that allows you to move safely and confidently. The texture is thick, creamy, and satisfying. Enjoy it with berries. Add hemp hearts. Mix in cinnamon. Or simply eat it plain. It's simple, effective, and remarkably efficient. But even skyr isn't number 1, because the final food offers something almost no other protein source can provide. Number 1. Sardines, the tiny fish that rebuilds muscle and protects bone. If there is one food on this entire list that deserves to be called nature's complete recovery package, it may be sardines. Most people overlook them because they're small. They come in a can. They don't have the marketing budget of protein powders or expensive supplements. But when researchers look at nutrient density, sardines consistently rank among the most powerful foods available. A single 100-gram serving delivers roughly 23 to 25 grams of complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to repair and rebuild. But protein is only the beginning. What makes sardines extraordinary for people over 60 is that they provide several muscle-supporting nutrients at the same time. Omega-3 fatty acids help reduce the chronic inflammation that accelerates age-related muscle loss. Vitamin D supports muscle strength and balance. Calcium helps maintain the bone structure that keeps muscles functional. And because sardines are typically eaten with their soft edible bones, that calcium is naturally packaged with the protein your body needs. This combination matters because muscle and bone do not age separately. They age together. When muscle weakens, bone loss often follows. When bone weakens, movement decreases, and muscle declines even faster. Research continues to show that higher intakes of protein and omega-3 fats are associated with better muscle function, improved recovery, and greater physical independence in older adults. Sardines deliver both in one of the most affordable forms available. They also contain vitamin B12, selenium, phosphorus, and other trace minerals involved in energy production and muscle contraction. In many ways, sardines function like a multivitamin disguised as real food. And unlike many larger fish, sardines are naturally low in mercury because they are small and low on the food chain. Try them on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon. Add them to salads with olive oil and fresh herbs. Mash them with avocado for a nutrient-dense spread. Or simply enjoy them straight from the tin. They may not look impressive at first glance. But when it comes to protecting strength, preserving mobility, and supporting healthy aging, sardines punch far above their weight. Small fish. Massive benefits. And that's exactly why sardines earn the number 1 spot on this list. So what should you take away from this list? Not that you need to eat all 20 foods tomorrow. Not that one magical food will suddenly reverse decades of muscle loss. And certainly not that aging means surrendering your strength. The real lesson is this: your muscles are still listening. They are still responding. They are still capable of rebuilding. Even now. Even after 60. Even after 70. Even after 80. The body you have today is constantly adapting to the signals you give it. Every meal sends a signal. Every walk sends a signal. Every choice sends a signal. And when those signals consistently include high-quality protein, supportive nutrients, and regular movement, remarkable things can happen. Strength improves. Balance improves. Recovery improves. Confidence improves. And perhaps most importantly, independence improves. Because muscle isn't about looking younger. It's about living better. It's about getting out of a chair with ease. Carrying groceries without struggle. Walking confidently. Traveling freely. Playing with grandchildren. Working in the garden. And continuing to do the things that make life meaningful. You don't need perfection, you just need a place to start. Choose one food from this list. Add it to your routine this week. Then add another. Small changes repeated consistently create extraordinary results over time. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which food surprised you the most? Have you ever tried natto? Do you already eat cottage cheese before bed? Or is there another protein-rich food that's helped you stay strong as you've gotten older? Leave a comment below and share your experience. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe and join us for more practical, science-backed strategies for staying healthy, active, and independent at every age. Because getting older is inevitable. Getting weaker doesn't have to be.